Hello my loves, Tony here from TL Yarn Crafts and welcome back to my channel. And if this is your first time here, hello, welcome, come on in. If you're looking for a really good series to binge, check out Line of Duty on Hulu. It's about a fictional anti-corruption police unit based in England. There are like 5 or 6 seasons, really short, only 6 episodes. I just finished the first season and I am about to blow through all the rest of them. Here at TL Yarn Crafts, I show my crochet love through free patterns, product reviews, and technique videos that will blow your mind. So if you're here for all of that, make sure you hit subscribe so you don't miss any of my videos. So if you or someone that you know is interested in crocheting, one of your first questions might be, what do I even need to get started? And that's what this video is all about. I'm sharing 12 of my essential crochet tools and notions. I'd like to thank my video sponsor, WeCrochet, for supplying all of the goodies that you're gonna see in today's video. So WeCrochet is a hub for yarn, but did you know that they have hundreds of notions, accessories, and maker gifts? Check the description box below for a link to several different categories of goodies on crochet.com. Now let's get into the list. The first tool every new crocheter needs is a set of quality crochet hooks. I love these ones from Clover. I bought a set nearly 10 years ago when I got back into crocheting, and it's been love ever since. The set includes 10 sizes ranging from 2.25mm to 6mm. The hooks are color coded so you can easily pick the hook size that you need. They're a hybrid hook, making them a great choice for those who prefer inline hooks as well as those who prefer tapered hooks. The brushed aluminum hook head glides through any type of yarn, so there's no need to have different hooks for different fibers. The handles are made from rubber and have an ergonomic shape. These two features make these hooks super easy to work with and help my hands and wrists feel comfortable even when crocheting for hours on end. Now, I like to store my hooks in these acrylic containers made for makeup brushes. That way I can still see their pretty handles. If you're new to crochet and want to learn more about crochet hooks, check out my blog post, Crochet Hooks 101, for lots of great information. Next on the list is a good pair of scissors. Scissors are used most often in crochet to cut yarn after fastening off and weaving in your ends. I think these ones from WeCrochet are pretty cute. They're collapsible, so they're easy to store in your project bag. Also, since the points fold into the handles, you don't have to worry about cutting yourself when you go looking for them. They're very sharp, so cutting any thickness of yarn is going to be no problem. They're also really inexpensive, costing less than $5 when full price. Next on the list are tapestry needles. Also called yarn needles, tapestry needles are used to move yarn throughout your project when weaving in ends, attaching pom-poms, sewing on buttons, and so much more. The eye on these needles varies, making it easy to pick the right one for your thickness of yarn. Tapestry needles often come in plastic, but I prefer metal. The rigid needle is much easier to maneuver through small crochet loops. Also, I can store my tapestry needles on a magnet and keep them within reach. The added benefit of these tapestry needles from WeCrochet is the bent tip. It gives me a bit more leverage when I'm weaving in my ends. Now next up we have a tape measure, and believe me, you can never have too many of these. This is a retractable tape measure, so it won't bend or tangle, making it super convenient to slip into your notions pouch. It measures up to 60 inches in imperial and 150 centimeters in metric. I like to keep a tape measure around to measure myself for an upcoming garment project, to measure different lengths in my works in progress, or to measure the distance between me and a fresh pot of coffee every morning. Miraculously, it's never more than 3 or 4 inches. Now do be careful with tape measures though. The small distance between the pull tab and the print on the tape can be fragile. When retracting your tape measure, resist the urge to let it zip back into the case. Instead, gently glide the tape into the case while holding the pull tab. A tape measure is important, but so is a rigid ruler, so I added that to this list. A rigid ruler is my tool of choice when measuring gauge. This one from WeCrochet is 4 inches long or 10 centimeters, which is the standard length that gauge is measured to. It's made from acrylic and it has WeCrochet's signature blue-green tint to it. Of course, it's impossible to read on camera, but I can tell you from firsthand experience that this little ruler is wonderful. It's small enough to take anywhere, so you no longer have an excuse not to try and get gauge, unless you just don't want to, and honey, that is your business. Crochet involves a lot of measurements, so we have a lot of tools to measure things, like this gauge ruler. It's a multi-use tool that helps find the size of crochet hooks as well as the gauge of a piece of crochet fabric. Now this cute one from Catrinkles has sizes ranging from 0.7mm up to 14mm and can be used for crochet hooks and knitting needles. The hook size finder really comes in handy if you have a crochet hook that doesn't have the size on it. Simply insert the hook into different holes until you reach one that matches the hook. That's how you find the size. Now the open area of the gauge ruler measures 4 inches or 10 centimeters on both sides, so you can easily measure your stitch and row gauge at the same time, unless you just don't want to. And again, that is your business. At number 7 on this list is another of my favorite multitaskers, the stitch marker. Here I have 2 versions, a locking stitch marker and a split ring stitch marker. Both are perfect for crochet because they can open up to get around stitches that you need to mark. If you've ever needed to make a long chain for a blanket or a sweater, place a stitch marker every 10 or 20 chains so you don't lose count. Or if you're planning to stash your project for a while, pop a stitch marker into the live loop so you won't have to worry about your work unraveling. Stitch markers come in multiples and are usually pretty inexpensive because they're easily lost. Keep them inside the packaging they came in and you should have one within reach anytime you need one. Every crocheter is an artist and you need some place to put your bright ideas. That's why I put notebooks at number 8. Notebooks are my go-to method for tracking everything from current designs in progress to writing down YouTube video ideas that pop into my head. I like these ones from WeCrochet. They come in a pack of 2, one with line pages for journaling and list making, and a blank one that I can use for drawings and freeform note-taking. It also helps that these notebooks have cats on them, because cats are clearly the best. Now, I prefer a mechanical pencil when writing in my notebooks. Are you a pen or a pencil person? When it comes to project bags, the question is not do I need one, but how many do I need? Now this tote bag from WeCrochet is a great addition to your collection. It's about the size you'll need for most whips, just big enough for a shawl or a sweater project. The bag is made from canvas with a fun print on the front in WeCrochet's signature teal color. The inside is unlined with a magnetic closure and a small pocket. And the company who produces these bags, Eco Bags, ensures that their products are sustainably sourced and responsibly made. With my conscience clear, I can pack this bag full of yarny goodness. You can't have a project bag without a Notions pouch. Notions are all of the small tools and accessories that we carry around with us while we crochet. At number 10 is this cute llama pouch. It's on the large side when it comes to Notions bags, but that's how I like it. I can easily fit all of my stitch markers, scissors, tape measures, and gauge rulers that I need without having to leave anything behind. This pouch is very sturdy and made from 100% cotton. There's even a grommet on the side to hang your keys. And the best part, purchasing this zipper pouch benefits Education Without Borders, a nonprofit organization aiding students in South Africa. Some makers might not think of the item I placed at number 11, but a chart reader is vital to me. A chart reader allows you to put a printed pattern or chart repeat onto a magnetic surface to easily keep track of where you are. Now here's how it works. Print your page, open the chart reader, place the page on the reader, and then use the magnets to secure the page to the reader and track where you are. Shift one of the magnets down your lines of text or onto your chart graphic. I love that you can fold the chart reader in half for storage and pick it up whenever you need it. This is just one solution for keeping track of where you are in a pattern, and it's never let me down. Last on this list is a row counter. Now this one is more of a guilty pleasure than a necessity. You can easily keep track of what row you're on with stitch markers or some other method, but there is something so satisfying about clicking a row counter when you finish a row. To use a row counter, adjust the strap so the ring fits comfortably on whatever finger you like, work on your project until you finish a row, and then tap that big button. It's so simple, yet so pleasing. Now if you need to reset your counter, tap the small button and you can start fresh from 0. I love using a row counter when working on row repeats in a pattern or when I'm in the home stretch and only have a certain number of rows to go. That way I can count down to victory. So thank you all so much for watching this video. These were my favorite tools and notions, but I would love to know yours as well. Drop down in the comments and let me know. And before we go, I will proudly donate this cup of caffeine to our new friend, Renee D. When she donated, Renee said, "Thank you so much for the amazing and honest content. You are always the first person I go to for hook advice and especially yarn advice." Thank you so much for the donation, Renee. It means the world to me, seriously. And if you're out there enjoying my content and want to support my channel, buy me a coffee. Who knows, I might shout you out in my next video. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see y'all next time.